But as most of you know, Stephen was a kind person, a caring father, loving, talented, technical, bright. He knew how to make people feel welcome, and so you always felt comfortable in his presence. He had a sense of special humor, and he could make you laugh at those times. He loved video games, and he loved playing the drums. I understand since he was about the age of 6, playing the drums, and we'll hear a little bit from him later. And of course, married to Kim for the past 11 years, and the joy of their lives, their daughter Ellie. And so we're here today to honor and to celebrate the life.
So far and away, see the bird as it flies by, gliding through the shadows of the clouds upon the sky. I've laid my memories and dreams upon those wings. Leave them now and see what tomorrow brings.
Melody First of all, I would like to thank, on behalf of my mom and dad, and Kim, and little Ellie, thank everybody for coming here, taking time out of your busy schedule, whether to fly across the country, or drive the distance, or battle with the Christmas traffic to be here and support us during this difficult time. Secondly, I would like to thank everybody for all of your texts, messages, offer of condolences, and food. Your thoughts and prayers meant a lot to us, so thank you. We are overwhelmed with grief that is so crippling that it's so hard to see the bright side of things. Stephen was loved by so many people. He was the quiet type, but he made the loudest noise in our hearts. He made us laugh, a lot of us laugh. He made some of us cry, but he made the biggest dent in our hearts, mind and body, the day that he left. I could go on forever about how wonderful Stephen was to us, but I do regret not telling him that every day, or every now and then. We both grew up not learning how to express how we feel about each other, but our actions dictated the way that we mean to each other. And so I hope that in his heart he knew how much he meant to me, to my family, and to everybody that he had come across. Boon, thank you for being the best brother that a girl could ask for. You were more than just a brother to me. You were an inspiration. You were an idol to everybody else. And I will miss you until the day that we see each other again. May you be free, happy, and laughing for eternity. I love you to the moon and back.
My name is Tran. I am Stephen's first cousin. I wrote something for him. I call it The Chronicles of an Idol Through the Eyes of an Admirer. It's a person that is greatly admired, loved, or revered. It seems that all the best idols leave this world way too soon. Jimi Hendrix, Kurt Cobain, Tupac, Biggie, James Dean, and now Stephen Tran. Although he may not have been an idol known by the world, to his friends and family, he is very much an idol to us. My cousin Stephen, who was only a few years older than me, was already slowly becoming a prodigy with the drums. He picked it up so quickly. It was so natural for him. I used to love watching him play. He was always the cool one out of all of us. When I saw him play the drums, I always wished I could do that so I could totally show off to all my friends and be so popular. But Stephen was different. He was so humble that most people never even knew how talented he was. He just kept his head down and practiced, and never once bragged about what he could do. I always admire my cousin for that. My dad told me how hard he worked and how much he practiced to get to the level he was at, and that really inspired me to start learning a musical instrument myself. Of course, I also picked the drums as my first instrument to learn. I couldn't keep a beat to save my life, but my cousin always encouraged me and never made fun of me, even when I wasn't very good. There will be so many things I will miss doing with him, from working on our cars to playing video games and hanging out with each other at family outings. But what I'll miss the most is really his sense of humor. He was extremely good at making us laugh, especially Lon. He can say anything and Lon will laugh about it. even when it wasn't funny. I don't know why. He had the most easygoing personality and was always cheerful. Anytime I was around him, I was really, truly happy. He was my other big brother, and there's nobody that can replace him. What I would do is live on with all my good memories of him, and live knowing that much of who he is living on through us. He was loved by many, admired by most, forever an idol, forever my role model. I love you, Andrew.
Final words. Growing up, Stephen felt to me like this untouchable, way too cool for me cousin. My early memories were of watching him play video games before I was finally old enough to join them playing Halo on the Xbox when I was 10. And at this time, he and the rest of the family, as Antoine was talking about, they also became car fiends, and the cruising and car meetups started to become a family ritual. I was always lucky enough that everyone did include me on that fun too, even though I was just a kid. But you know, my brother Ender never let me ride in that famous yellow S2000 because he told me I wasn't cool enough to ride with Stephen. I hope that by now, hearing all the words from his loved ones mourning his loss, he can finally accept how truly amazing he was. There are friends who keep telling me that even though they only got to interact with Stephen a handful of times, he always made them feel like they were old friends because he really took the time to get to know people and make them feel valued. Stephen made such a positive impact on my life and so many other people's lives too. I hope that we can all honor him for the rest of our lives by emulating that truly kind, friendly, and childlike spirit that he embodied. And that we all make sure his baby Ellie grows up knowing how wonderful her father truly was. Thank you. I love you, everyone.
My name is Jane Anderson, and about 19 years ago, I went into Digits to get my nails done, and I came out with a family. I met Stephen when he was still a teenager. He was impetuous, he was colorful, he was funny, and to me, who has always been technologically challenged, he was the brightest thing I'd ever met. I mean, he could tell me how to work my phone, how to turn it on, what to look for. That's a message, Jane, you know. I believe that's what Stephen would have wanted, and if I can get nothing else from the loss of him, it is that we need to be more prompt and attentive to those that we love. Thank you.
I'm Sebastian. I think I met Steven in 2006. And I remember, I have a story about him that's really classic, where when the Xbox One came out, he said, I'm gonna go buy an Xbox One. And knowing him, I'm like, I'm gonna wait, because he's gonna change his mind. So, he actually bought the PlayStation 4. And I'm like, okay, I'm debating between buying either one, so I'm gonna buy the same one he has. So we buy a PlayStation 4. I'm like, all right. And he settled down with PlayStation 4. He's like, no, I bought an Xbox One. I'm like, serious? I remember Stephen from being probably one of the nicest person I know. And he was, I would say, he will truly be missed.
hạt bụi nào hoa kiếp thân tôi, để một mai vương hình hài lớn dậy. Ôi cát bụi tuyệt vời, mặt trời soi một kiếp rong chơi. Hạt bụi nào hoa kiếp thân tôi, để một mai tôi về làm cát bụi. Ôi cát bụi mệt nhoài, tiếng động nào gõ nhịp khôn nguôi. Bao nhiêu năm làm kiếp con người, chợt một chiều tóc trắng như vôi. Lá úa trên cao rụng đầy, cho trăm năm vào chết một ngày. Mặt trời nào soi sáng tim tôi, để tình yêu say mòn thành đá cuội. Xin úp mặt bùi ngùi, từng ngày qua mọi ngóng tin vui. Cụm rừng nào lá xác xơ cây, từ vực sâu nghe lời mời đã dậy. Ôi cát bụi phận này, vết mực nào xóa bỏ không hay.